Hello. In this video, I will be analyzing and comparing two different texts, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and the New York article uh, called Building a Better Human with Science. So, the New York Times article basically talks about how the American public aren't very enthusiastic about using science to enhance human beings, as they don't agree with the ethical and moral implications that would be caused by going ahead with these advances. Some of the advances that they talk about would be gene editing to protect babies from disease, implanting chips in the brain to improve people's ability to think, and transfusing synthetic blood, which would enhance the performance by increasing speed, strength, and endurance. Now, most people don't agree with those modifications, as they kind of blur the line they blur the line of what's natural, what is human, what we think of as correct, right? If, for example, a big problem, well, a big problem, well, a big advancement out of these three that has picked up a lot of steam is gene editing, as it's not seen as ethically correct, as you basically have the the ability to choose how your baby will look like, um, and what it just does, and the diseases that they won't be able to well, the diseases that they will be able to block. You can even change their eye color, their height. You can do a lot with gene editing, and the public sees it as a bad thing, as obviously it's inhuman to be able to modify your kid and basically choose their characteristics and build out a life in where they weren't in a life where they weren't made naturally. Now, interestingly enough, the people that answered this quiz that the New York Times sent out uh, said that 7 out of 10 were un- unenthusiastic, even about protecting babies from disease. So it even shows you how they don't agree with this advancement in science, as it just blurs the line between what's natural and what's not. Uh, Also, um, other than these three advancements, they also talk about how the public is adamant, is okay with is okay with scientific advances when it comes to helping disabled people regain abilities. Uh, the 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 public that doesn't agree with that is actually the disabled community, as they see it kind of as uh, I guess you could say an FU, as they don't as they think that the person that's getting the procedure done, getting a robotic arm that allowing them to feel and touch and move again, they see that as they see that as quite offensive, as they don't as well as it is regarding the rest of the community. Now, very similarly to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein is trying to push the line to achieve his goal, which is bring back a dead body and bring it back to life. He obviously he feels very adamant about doing it, and goes and does it at all costs. He would regularly go to graves and steal bodies, or sometimes even kill, to use the limbs, to use the limbs of the humans that died, which you could say is pretty ethically and morally wrong, especially when it comes to bringing this dead carcass back to life, a carcass that's made from different people. It's just disrespectful to the different people that were basically used without giving consent. And yeah, something that both texts share would be how they're both kind of, you could say, they're both pushing the line in what's okay to do, what's okay in science, and how the public receives it. In the New York Times article, you see that the public doesn't think that it's okay for other humans to be genetically modified and advanced, because that would create inequality between the public, and also because it's ethically and morally incorrect. Same thing with Frankenstein, where Victor Frankenstein creates this monster from body parts from different dead carcasses, and builds this creation just to prove the point that he's able to bring something back to life from its dead state. And yeah,